Hi, Masters. Good morning or good evening, everyone. This is Lavanya Vishwanath. I live in Australia. I'll be the host for this session with divine blessings of Dr. Brahmashi Subhash Patriji and Swarnamala Patriji. Let us start our today's session. I would like you to welcome back to the Divine Breath YouTube channel, Australia, initiative of Pyramid Spiritual Society movement. So our senior pyramid master, Prasanna Medisetti from Houston, started narrating this book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, the past 7 sessions. So before we go into today's session, let me just give you a quick recap of session 7. So Prasanna Garu talked about time. So time is an illusion. So we should always do things which we love and which gives us energy. So we are unconsciously identifying with tasks. So because of this, we are creating a problem, that is, we are creating a pain. But we always have a choice, that is, if we need the suffering or not. Always stay in the present moment by using our senses. Do your actions without thinking about fruit of action. Absence of psychological time means we are in the present moment. When you are in the present moment, we are honoring our time and we feel happy. This is being. With this, I would like to welcome our Senior Pyramid Master, Prasanna Garu. Over to you.
Thank you, Lavanya, for a quick recap. So last week we have seen the psychological mind and the clock time and how we can do all the things, right? So now we will see that the chapter 4, mind strategies for avoiding now. Why mind is keeping the strategies? So our mind is the one which is always keeping the strategies, right, for anything. Okay. So mind, the work is always keep thinking, dig into the past, dig into the future, think something. So it cannot be, it's the nature of the mind. So it cannot keep quiet. So it is always, as soon as I say Lavanya, I'll have hundreds of thoughts will come from the how my interactions with her before, how what have been, what she asked, all the things, right? So much. So her, what is her attitude? So much things will come to me. It will not. So it will not allow me to keep my mind at the present moment. Okay, so it is always giving having so much. If you see some particular thing, some some art of one painting you saw, right? So whenever you saw the painting, instead of actually going into the painting and enjoying, what you see is, oh, I have seen this Raja Ravivarma painting somewhere that was more beautiful than this, something kind of thing, right? It is always your mind is trying to compare, contrast, something like that. It is trying to do that. Okay, the loss of now, it is always, it's a core delusion, right? What is a core delusion? Completely we are losing the now. So what here is asking is, so even if you ultimately say that the time is an illusion, and what difference it is going to make in my life? You are saying that time is an illusion, and I understand that. Then what difference? Because the world is completely dominated by the time. The moment I close the session, I just need to worry about my bills, my things, that, this again, right? So how does it makes? Here is an intellectual agreement that what makes your difference. So do not, first of all, do not come to a conclusion. Even if I understand the power of now, nothing is going to change your mind. So don't think that you're an intellectual and agree on that statement. Once you are actually enjoying that present moment, you will understand the difference. Okay. So it is a belief that it will not happen. Once you realize the truth, once you live in it, once you live in the present moment, every cell of your body will be vibrating with the present moment. Okay. When you feel that life is, every moment is very joyful and very vibrant, then you will become the free of time. Suppose, same simple example, right? When you see that same painting without thinking of anything, if you can see that painting staying in that present moment, you see how the colors are so vibrant, how the painter or artist has done a good job, how beautiful the face is, or what is this modern artist talking about, something. So you are actually in that moment. So you are enjoying that moment instead of comparing, contrasting all the things, right? So your bills may still be there, but you are just living in the present moment and enjoying it. So again, like me, the same. He asked, like, "Oh, still I have to pay the tomorrow bills. Still I will grow old and die, like everybody else. How can you say that I'm free from time?" When I understand the power of now, so how can you say that? Actually, tomorrow's bills is not at all a problem for us. Tomorrow bills, if you worry about today on a weekend, you cannot do anything. Whatever that you have, you'll be you will be doing it as a process, right? So the dissolution of this physical body is also not a problem. Once you understand, no, there is a no death of a soul, that dissolution of a physical body is not at all a problem. So after you have done your cycle of the things, whatever that you have learned that you are supposed to learn in this lifetime, whatever you are supposed to do in this lifetime, if you have done it, after 70, 80, once you have done everything, and when your physical body is not actually supporting to do everything, do you still want to live in this world? Any one of us, do we still live on, cling on to the things we don't want, right? We don't want to be like like as a unnecessary thing. We don't want to have it. We want to live the life to the fullest, isn't it? So until whatever the day that we want to be, so that is not at all a problem. Going is not a problem. It is just the situation. It is just an emotion that anyone will have it, right? It is not a that suffering will be momentous. Loss of now is a problem. If you are losing the current moment is a problem. Losing some other time, losing life at the old age is not a problem. Losing the time, staying in the present moment is a problem. That because losing a present moment means you are losing a being. You are a being, you are losing a being. Loss of now is loss of being. That's the thing that we have to learn. Loss of now is a loss of being. Once you are free from time, means you should be free from your psychological need of past and your past and identity of your future. That fulfillment, right? For future, if I become that, then I will be fulfilled, I will be happy. That fulfillment, you should stop it. Okay, you should shift your consciousness dramatically or radically to the now. You do not shift your consciousness to the past or a future. Just to shift your consciousness to now. Totally surrender. Totally surrender. Even if you are in the suffering phase, surrender to that moment. So whenever you are surrendering to that moment, it is easy to come out of it. The best example I can give you is because we are all staying in away from our homes, away from our relatives, all the people, right? So usually, so we are away from our country. When we are away from our country, usually the thing is like if somebody near and dear has, we may not go to the everybody. Whenever somebody passed away, we may not able to go back to India, right? So when someone passed away, people who are there in that moment, they will be in that moment, passing through that moment. What will happen is by 11 or 13 days, they will be going through that situation and they will forget it. Whereas people who are not there like us, we were not there in that situation, isn't it? So, some people will say, "Oh, what is this? Going to the foreign, and the people are only good for earning money, and they are not coming for anything." All these things also you will be listening to that because you are not in that situation. Why I'm giving the bad example is because when you are in the suffering, also intense suffering, you should be there in that moment. We are not that. We still have our hurt goes to the people who are suffering. Our hurt will be there, but still because we were not completely in that moment, we will not We will not be able to forget that easily as the people who are there. You can notice this. Whenever somebody passed away in India, right? So they will be there in 10, 15 days. They will cry. They will do all that thing, but they'll forget. It is easy to forget. It is not. I'm not saying that this is a wrong thing. It's a right thing to do it. But here we don't cry. We don't do anything. We still go to office. We still go to do, because we are not actually paying anything intensely. Whether it's a grief or a happiness, nothing we are doing it. Okay, because of that, so the few, it is the bring that state of consciousness to that particular moment. So back and forth, bring the consciousness into that present moment. Bring all your attention to the truly to that moment. Then you will be present. That will be the great success. If you are not in the present, then you will not actually, you are losing that situation. You are losing it. Even initially, even few seconds, if you are not, you are lost again, because you are not, you are intentionally, you are not able to focus on that particular thing. So bring your consciousness, focus your consciousness to the present moment rather than your past or rather than your future. Whenever you're realizing that you are losing now, you are able to stay, you are able to, because once you realize that I am actually missing this moment, then you will try to come back and enjoy that. Because when you are not actually unconsciously, whenever you are doing, right, the longer number of periods you are actually being in the external perspective of the clock time only, external perspective of this time only, you are there, you are not actually being there. So there is a shift between unconscious and consciousness. So most of us, we are in unconscious state, many things, many ways. Losing now, losing, not giving attention to this moment. Again and again, if you are not doing that, then you are actually in the unconscious state. Here we will say, here author is saying there are two states: ordinary unconscious and deep unconscious. He is saying that we are all ordinary unconscious. So we are thinking it is very common, right? That is all ordinary unconscious. What do you mean by? So he is asking, oh, there are different levels of unconscious. What do you mean by that? Sleep, you constantly, when you are sleeping, right, you constantly move between the phases of dreamlessness state and dream state. Do you agree? Some of that, sometimes you will be dreaming, sometimes you are not dreaming, isn't it, when you are sleeping? So you are constantly switching between dream state and dreamlessness state. Similarly, here, ordinary unconscious means identified with your thought, process, emotions, your reactions, your desires, your aversions. That is the ordinary unconscious. You are always surrounded by that. So if I get angry, you are thinking that it's very common. If you get a jealous, it is thinking it is very common. If you are getting a desire, it's common. So this is all ordinary unconsciousness. In this state, you and me are run by our egoic mind. Our mind, that is, which is unaware of being. It is unaware of what is that. We are pure beings. We are pure consciousness. That particular thing, it is unaware of it. It is the state not of acute. It is a state not of acute pain or unhappiness, but an almost conscious of low unease. It is not having, I'm not having any like a lot of pain or a lot of unhappiness, but there is some unease, there is some discontent, there is some boredom, there is some nervousness. So there is some kind of background static. All this is there in the thing. All this is there inside our thing, right? There is an unease is there, there's discontent is there, there is nervousness is there. Because of that, we are all always in the unconsciousness state. You may not realize this because you feel that these are all very normal situations. You can come across this in your daily life, in your office life, everywhere you come across. Whenever you are giving a reaction, you are saying that it's very normal, quite natural kind of thing, right? This is the state that he is calling a unconscious. Just as you are not aware of the continuous law of your background noise, As such, the hum of your air conditioner or a fridge sound. In your home, there is a fridge sound will be coming, a slight. Air conditioner will make a sound. But do you notice it? Do you notice that? You don't notice until it stops, right? Suppose air conditioner is not working, let us take fridge stops it, then you will notice it. Then whenever switch on, oh, the sounds, it started working. That time only you are actually consciously noticing it. Otherwise, you are not noticing it. Similarly, this unconscious state also, you are not at all noticing it. It is continuously going on, going on. So many people, because to come out of this unease, right? Because they have some unease, it's not kind of some discontent is there in this in the life, right? Even in the offices, if you see, right, some people will always rebel, will always have some problem because they have some kind of insecurity kind of thing. They will not try to help immediately, if you notice it, right? So these are all the unease in the job, that is. Similarly, in the family also, there is some unease. I'll take a very typical example. Mother-in-law, daughter-in-law is always the fight. Why the reason? Some unease. What is that unease? Because mother thought that I have raised the son, he is under my control, and he listens whatever that I told. And once the daughter-in-law comes, she has an unease that he may go back, he may go and listen to her. So this is a kind of, so the fight, so yes, the fight between mother-in-law and daughter-in-law is coming, and you see that it is a very normal thing. If you are really bringing to that current moment, what did I do when I get married? Do I not think that my husband or my has to listen to me, this kind of thing, right? Then you will not feel unease with your daughter, isn't it? So that kind of present moment, you are not actually able to stay. So these are externally, these are the short-lived symptoms. These are all the symptoms, if you see, right? Short-lived symptoms are this unease, if you are actually, this unease, if you are coming out, if you are actually noticing it, and if you are able to stay in that current moment, right? What will happen? Then you can simply come out of it. Otherwise, if you are not able to come out of simple unconsciousness state to the consciousness state, then what will happen? You will easily drift into the deep unconsciousness state when you are not actually well. These are all the normal situations that you are becoming the unconsciousness. But if you cannot bring that unconsciousness to the state of the now, then you will be drifting into the deep unconscious state when you are actually something goes wrong. Or when real suffering is happening in your life, there is a major threat or major loss or major something, major life situation has happened in your life, or there is a conflict of relationship, there is something that is happening in your life, you will not stay in the consciousness. When ordinary itself, you cannot stay in a conscious state. When this kind of life situations is happening, you will not be able to stay in that particular situation. You will go into the deep unconsciousness, so as you will always do the wrong things. Ordinary unconsciousness is a habitual resistance. Ordinary unconsciousness is we habitually resisting the situation, right? Habitual resistance or denial of what it creates, or unease, the discontent that most of the people of the normal living. So whatever that we are not able to agree is an ordinary unconsciousness. What it brings? It brings anger, acute fear, aggression, depression, and so on. Okay, if you keep on continuing, so suppose somebody came to your house and they said, like, whatever that you decorated, some part of it, they didn't like it. That's what they mentioned it, let us say. What you will feel it? How you feel it? You feel angry, and you say that it is natural to get angry, right? Because if you stay in the current moment, you are a separate person and she or he is a separate person. The way you decorated may not be his mind choice, her mind choice. They may want to do it differently. Why do you think that whatever the way that you just did it has to be liked by all others? Okay, need not, right? The second thing is, she or he, unless asked, need not give their opinion. That is a different case. That's a different case. Suppose if you ask, if they don't like it, you should be able to in a position that you should be able to accept it. Right? Suppose, oh, you didn't like it. What do you think that it would be a better idea? You can as well ask the question, right? So they may give their opinion, which may or may not be agreeing to you. But you can close that conversation without any unrest. And on the top of it, because she said that something in your house is not, she didn't like it, you need not keep that judgment on her or him and continue the further conversations. What will happen if you keep that and continue the further conversations? Unrest will build. So it's ordinary unconsciousness become the deep unconsciousness sometimes, because you will never patch up with that person again. Do you agree that? The best indicator of your level of consciousness is how you deal with the life challenges when they come. You may ask, like, where I am. Am I conscious or am I unconscious? So this kind of situations, when it comes, right, that time only you will be able to understand. The simple or the big situations, right? When you that time, how you are actually reacting. That's how you will be able to understand through the challenges. Suppose if you are already unconsciousness, when the challenges comes, you will become deep unconsciousness. So you should not go there. You should be aware of it. When everything is going good, bring your consciousness to the present moment. Consciousness person may intensely be conscious. So when that particular life situation comes, unconsciousness person will go into the deep unconsciousness, whereas conscious person will become a intensely conscious, and he will take the steps, right steps, he will be able to take it. You can pull into even the deeper sleep also. The dream of unconsciousness then turns into the nightmare if you are actually being the unconsciousness state only. You cannot present even the normal circumstances, such as when you are sitting alone in the room. Normal situation, nothing is happening in my life, everything is going good. I'm sitting in my room, and if I cannot stay in the present moment, if I cannot focus on whatever that I'm teaching now, if I'm thinking about who came to my home, what are they talking, where they are going, if my mind is wandering there, this is when nothing is happening. If I am not able to focus here, I will not be able to focus there when life situation comes. That is as simple as that. So we should always practice to be in the consciousness, to bring our consciousness into the present moment. Only the way you deal with them is show you the others where you are as far as your state of consciousness is concerned. You can sit with your eyes closed. What visions you see is not at all the matter. So usually in the meditation means the people have this kind of thing, right? Oh, I sit in a meditation. I am also doing 1 hour daily, 2 hours daily, but I'm not getting any visions. This is not at all an important task. It's not at all important thing. Whether you're getting visions or not, the thing. The meditation should help you to bring your consciousness into the present moment. If you understand that we are having a 5 senses, right? 5 senses, each person will have a 1 sense dominant. Okay, the person who have the eye sense dominant, those persons only able to see the visions. The persons who has a ear sense is dominant, they are able to hear some of the sounds. The person who has in the smell sense is that they are able to smell the things. It is not that everybody will have the visions. Okay, so getting the visions is not important, but getting yourself into the present moment is so much important. Okay, it is essential to bring your life in an ordinary situations go smoothly, relatively go smoothly. Every day you analyze that situation, whether it is going smoothly or not, whether you are actually without losing your energy, you are able to go that good vibration or not, good vibrational frequency. The morning you get up, the vibration of your frequency is very good. If you can maintain that vibration throughout your day, you are successful that day. Without actually getting the anger into somebody just because of some of the small things, right? You should not get irritated. Understand? When you learn to be the witness of your thoughts. So how do you do? Learn to be witness of your thoughts and emotions. What kind of thoughts you are getting, what kind of emotions you are getting, that brings you, that will help you to bring your consciousness into the present moment. Okay, you may be surprising how you are actually, how your mind is wandering, right? Suppose when I'm doing here, when I'm doing that, what my mind is thinking, am I fully present here? Am I actually listening to somebody? Am I actually trying to think of something? So some kind of thing. Of course, while I'm teaching, there is a less chances that go distracting the mind. But when you are sitting alone, right, that time you will distract 100 ways. Do not distract 100 ways. Just focus on one thing. When you're cooking, there is a pretty good chance that you will distract. You will be living somewhere else with your mind, right? No, completely immerse that, in what way I can do, what way I can make this dish better. So this should give a more positive energy to my kids or to the loved ones, that whoever I am serving. Keep that, those thoughts in that dish, then you will see the taste. That's why everybody's mom food is great food. Why? It's not that his mom or her mom is cooking great. It is not that, because she is keeping all the energy to the kids. Because of that food will be very good. Okay, so it's a do not, so do not, if you start resisting the judgment, right? So if you leave the judgment, then your mental projection will be in the now. As I told you, right, Lavanya, when I see her, oh, Lavanya, good morning. That's it. Stop there. What today I'm going to talk. I don't want to judge what happened previously, what happened when I'm doing the previous blue club, how she did it, all the thing. No. Because if I'm starting, whether it's a positive or negative, when I'm bringing it, oh, that judgment will come into my mind. So my mind is drifting away from the current moment. That is what we have to. So habitual resistance of now, present moment, you stop that. Accept the present moment. Whatever it happened, accept the present moment. Here, the Carl Jung, he's a famous psychologist, right? In his books, he says, sorry, there are, I know there's no, here Americans, but they say that he's a Native Americans feel that these white Americans always seek something. That's why they are unhappy. Their face looks always confusion. That's what these Native Americans is something. What are they seeking? I don't know. Their faces are pale. They are they are in the restless state. They don't know what they think. We feel that they are mad. That's how the Native Americans say, talk about these Americans, it seems. So these white Americans, it seems. So which means that you're always in the want of something. You're not actually enjoying or being in the present thing, right? Yesterday or day before yesterday, I'm talking somebody, because she married to some other family, right? Because the girl is marrying some other family, and she's describing her in-laws. So she's saying, oh, I don't know. They always do something, but whenever I go, they will never say anything bad. They will always say good things about thing. It's not that the bad is not there. It is their habit that they're always talking about the good things that are happening in their lives, in the neighbor life, all the things. So such a good habit, right? Even recently I went to Hawaii, and they are saying that their culture, their motto is always be happy, smile. If you fall, smile. If you get up, smile. If you get a food, smile. If you don't get a food, smile. So that is the philosophy. That's what they are saying, right? So here, don't be in that seeking mode, right? Whenever you are always in the seeking mode, you will be going mad. That's what we are unconsciously, we are all in that mode. We are seeking. Even if you say that I don't need any of these material things, and I'm told, so you are spiritual, you are seeking happiness somewhere. The happiness is within us. That we are forgetting. We are seeking that happiness somewhere. In the seeking of happiness, we are doing that, we are doing this, we are trying that, we are trying this. We are not able to stay constant and stay in the present moment, right? That is missing. The Western civilization, he is saying, this is seeking, always seeking. Discontentment is more in the Western civilization. You are very unhappy with the ordinary situations. You are always, that's what say, if somebody asks, how are you? How is the life going? Oh, normal. It's going on. You will not say that, oh, it's going great. Because if you are not getting any negative situations, means it's really going great, right? You're not facing any problems, means you are really good. But are you saying that, oh, life is great? Oh, it's okay. We will all say, how are you? I'm fine. That became like the word mouth. Immediately it'll come. It's not that. Are you showing that emotion, right? That's not that. Ah, life is going on. Chalta hai, jaane do. That kind of the thing, right? It's not. We are all actually in this planet. We are actually going. Our life is going smooth. Means we are doing so great. We should be gratitude. We should show that gratitude. Dissolve our ordinary unconsciousness. First, to dissolve that ordinary unconscious state. How can we free from this affliction? How can we dissolve this unease? Make it conscious. Make every moment conscious. Make observe where you are actually feeling unease, discontent, tension, where unnecessary judgment is coming up. Okay, where is the denial of the now? Why you are actually denying of the now, right? Anything unconscious dissolving, right? When you shine this light of consciousness on it, when you are putting on this unrest, then you will be able to dissolve it. Very simple thing, very very simple thing. Whenever you see some person, some situation, if some unrest started within you, you try to question yourself, why I am feeling unrest. Even now, even whatever the things that we say, right? Some persons, whenever is, oh, this person will bring all the things now, oh my God. Immediately when you see that person itself, you feel all that, because you have that past experience. You feel that, oh my God, she will start now. Because you're already facing that person with kind of judgment. Instead of that, stop everything that has happened. Just listen as if fresh. Give your then stop it. Then you will not have, because your mind is already carrying a baggage. You feel it is so much discomfort to talk to that person. If that baggage is not there, you will not feel pain, isn't it? Suppose if I just hold this AirPods for a while here, just it is not, no, it's not at all a weight. But if I keep on holding this for an hour, does my arm will feel pain or not? It feels, right? Even then this weight is not increasing, but still I feel pain. Why? Because I'm holding that for a long time. Similarly, the baggage also, if you keep on holding it, you feel that pain. Dissolve that pain. Dissolve that ordinary unconsciousness. You don't feel that it is a normal. It is not normal. Do not. That mental emotion state, right? Observe, self-observe it. Why am unease? Am I ease at this moment? What is going on inside at this particular moment? Imagine yourself. Go inside. What is the problem? What is the primary reality within? What is the secondary? What is happening to me? How do I feel it? Detect your attention. Where your attention is going, where you are resisting, where you are actually denying the current moment. All these things you try to. There are the many ways the people unconsciously drifting out of the present moment. They are not living in the present moment. They are drifting out of the present moment. Then just practice that. With your practice, with your self-observation, with your monitoring of your inner state, you will become sharpened. Your mind will become sharpened. Okay, that's how you can be. You can come to the conscious state from the unconscious state. Okay, freedom from unhappiness. What is the? Yeah. Okay, I'll stop here. Okay, because freedom from unhappiness is the way that we will start next. Okay. Okay. Open for questions. She stopped 12 minutes before because I'm stopping a new topic.
I was telling like 5 minutes you could say.
Yeah, no, that was a new topic actually.
Yeah.
So I'm just stopping it.
Okay.
Freedom from unhappiness. Do you want to say? I'll just give a preamble because we have
Yeah.
12 minutes. Okay. So freedom from unhappiness is like unhappiness, freedom, when you will get it, when you stop resisting it, when you stop resenting it. If there is no resentment, if there is no resisting it, you are not resist. If somebody is coming and talking some nonsense, let us take it is their nature. Okay. You are not able to accept her because of that, you are feeling unhappy. Suppose you know that she always talks like that. Okay, let me listen for 5 minutes, whatever she says, she will go. Once she go, you'll know, you don't even, because the problem comes when you know already that she's talking some nonsense. Why are you actually taking inside, right? Just listen and leave it. So problem is you are resenting it. You don't want her to talk. Instead of you leaving the topic, instead of you not able to, not answer, means not keeping that in your mind, you want other people to stop it. Instead of other people controlling, you can control yourself, right? In that way, you will be good, isn't it? So you cannot remember, we cannot change anybody in our life to become happy. We can only change ourselves. So that's the key point. Anyway, whether it's a father, mother, kids, your life partner, anybody you cannot change. If you want to become happy, bring back your key to your happiness to yourself. Don't put your key to somewhere else and say that I want to become happy only if he or she behaves such a way. So that is not the thing, right? So emotional levels, you bring all your mental and emotional levels to the present moment. So accept it, feel the present moment, that pleasant or unpleasant, right? Whenever you are coming, you just dissolve that unpleasant, why you have choose to be unhappy, you question yourself. Then you will be free from your unhappiness. You will not feel unhappy. You are creating unhappiness by keeping everything inner. I am keeping everything inner, right? So then unhappiness is polluting our own inner being. So are you responsible for my own inner being? No way, right? You can do anything. You are hundreds of people can any do. It is my responsibility to keep my inner self away from all these things. Millions of people can, unconscious individual can do anything, but those are not responsible for your inner space. You only the responsible for your inner space. Either you stop doing what you are doing now and go to your inner mind and self, realize it, recognize what is your problem, recognize what is the situation. That suggests when once you recognize, you can take it out. The problem is you are not able to recognize what is going on in your sight, your inner space. If you stop what is actually causing a mess in my mind, what is first, clean up that mess. Your home, your neighbor won't come and clean, isn't it? You have to clean your home. So your mind, your partner or your kids won't come and clean your mind. You have to clean your mind. As simple as that. Okay. Okay, I'll stop here. Time for questions.
Thank you, Prasanna. As usually, like the session was really good. So friends, if you have any questions, you can either raise your hand or you can put it into the chat, whichever way you feel comfortable. Prasanna, you talked about the different levels of unconscious, so ordinary and deep. Is it
Deep, yes.
Okay, so we have to stop it at ordinary only.
Ordinary level. If you cannot stop at ordinary level, when some deep life situations are happen, we drift into the deep unconsciousness. When you are in the consciousness, when life situation comes, you will become more intense consciousness.
Okay, Chandana, very well explained, ma'am, with all the real life examples. Thank you, Chandana. And so whenever, like, I mean, we are learning this, but still we'll not be able to be in that present moment all the time.
It is very hard. The only thing is, whenever that, what do you say, that discomfort comes, right? Notice that discomfort and question yourself. Whenever you started questioning yourself, what will happen is you stop being unhappy. You are actually going in, you are trying to clean up your inner.
Yeah. Because like I try to observe my emotions. What happens is after a moment, I feel like, oh my God, I can't take it. I can't observe that emotions. So probably I'll try this questioning. It might work.
Questioning. Yeah.
Yeah. So because when I start observing, I feel like okay, after a minute, I feel
No,
like, oh my God,
you
it's
feel
too
flaws
much.
within yourself instead of finding the flaws in others. You try to feel the flaws within yourself, right? Which is hard to take it.
Yes, that's what, like I could not take it. Then I'll come back. I'll say like if this present, this is okay when compared to going inside. Yeah.
But we need to clean up that first,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, I will try to question from now onwards. Like
No,
observing.
simple thing and very simple thing. If somebody wore a good sari, let us take good dress, people, you will not able to appreciate if you like it and if you cannot afford it.
Right.
Just notice yourself. You like it, but you are not afford that. You will not able to appreciate it.
And
So
you
which
feel
means
sad.
there is a jealous. There is a jealousy within us.
Yes.
We may say that I'm not a jealousy person, but if you notice that kind of things, right? If you afford it, if you can afford it, right? You completely, because I'm just noticing from the past my situations and all. If you take it, right? If when I don't have one particular thing, when I cannot afford something, my emotion is different. When I can afford it, even if I don't have it, my emotion is different.
Right. Yes.
I don't have now suppose you show me some gold, good, great design to me. Oh, how I bought this, I can totally appreciate it because I lost that interest. I have given, I told you, right? I just gave up on that. I've enjoyed enough saying that because at certain level of my manas, I have satisfied within me. Then I don't feel jealous about it.
Right. Yeah.
If your life partner is doing everything that you want, if somebody else is doing more and more to the wife, right, you will not feel jealous. If you yourself are suffering, then you feel jealous. These are all the emotions, very minute. We may say, no, I'm not a jealous person. We will not agree.
Right.
Don't agree to anybody. You agree to yourself first, right? So these are all very minute. If you start digging yourself, right, that's how it will happen. When you are happening, when you are able to understand, you are able to understand other people's these things also, other people feelings also. Maybe they are like that. Let's leave it.
Yeah.
The other day, one of my friend is saying, "Oh, I don't like smart people around me because I'm not smart. I just want very because that's how the people are." She agreed, but many of us will not agree.
Yeah. Right. Yes. You might not feel comfortable. People.
Comfortable.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
That's the thing.
Yes, I agree with you. Very nice explanation. That's true. Yeah. Our emotions, we have to observe ourselves.
Within ourselves, because we
Yes.
may not agree outside the world, but we have,
Yes.
if we observe, right, it's a better to become better now, better of us, better version of us tomorrow.
Yes. Yes, definitely with some intention, definitely that's a jealous. Even though that person's thing is nice, it's difficult for us to appreciate.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
No, now I'm able to accept that emotion because
Yes.
I have crossed all the phases. But
Correct.
at that moment, I would have had the moments of jealous, but at that moment, I would not have accepted it.
Yes. See, now we
Okay.
can differentiate. Not
Now we can different
yes.
because now I know that anything if I want, I can afford, I can get it. I have that kind of thing, right? Then I will be able to accept it.
Yes.
Whether I have it or not, that's
Or
the
not.
secondary thing. But
Correct.
I can accept it. I can say, oh, go and enjoy that kind of thing, right? That's the thing.
Yes. Yeah,
Prasanna?
excellent point. And sometimes we don't observe these minute points
Yeah,
that
yeah.
are,
One example, right? In my post, so I went to one of the friends' home. Usually, I go and see the backyard and went and see. To my surprise, it's a what do you say, seashore home. There is a sea is there in the backyard. Okay, I came back and wrote a good post. I just enjoyed how I enjoyed by seeing that backyard, all the things, right? How I spent that evening and all. I wrote a post. Few of my friends, like here, oh, why did you write like that? Don't she feel that, oh, because you don't have it, you enjoyed it?
oh, mm,
Because you don't have that kind of home, you enjoyed her home. They also see that public post that you have written on the Facebook, right? Why did you write that? That thought never come to me.
Yeah.
The reason is I never aspired that kind of home, first thing. I never aspired that I need to have that kind of, because your mind is so limitedly, you'll not think, I always think of that as a vacation home, but never as my home kind of thing, right? So when I go there, I just enjoyed and happily said, oh, next time, whenever I want a vacation, I can free boarding, free food, I can come to your home and I can go. Why do you spend somewhere booking and all that? That's what I said and came back. But how the people are thinking, see, I even wrote in that post, oh, if the Telugu novel is there, sitting there and reading is the best vacation, then her husband is there in the list. He wrote, there are so many novels in the garage. Next time you would try that. So it is all like when if you are the genuinely right, you can enjoy everything around it. That's what. If you are feeling so much of that emotions and all right, you will not. The friends, whoever has conveyed that means they have that kind of feeling. We don't have that home, that thing. So everything you will not have because your life is some different purpose, right? Every character once in one movie actor will not act right. Similarly, we cannot act every. You cannot become engineer. You cannot become doctor. You cannot become lawyer in the same time in one of the lifetime. You can become only one. This is your life purpose, and how it goes, it is going up. So other purpose is different. They are going up. If you basic thing, if you understand, you'll not have any problem. MS, no questions from you. Long time. Usually, so much. Good questions will come from me. That's the reason I asked. It's not the criticism again.
So Prasanna garu, so if we take the same situation, I mean, suppose like if someone is feeling jealous, say, so how can they start questioning themselves, like just so that like we could easily.
No, the thing is, they are not thinking in themselves that they are feeling jealous. They are feeling it is very common in that kind of unconsciousness state, right? The moment you understand that you are actually, your feeling is a jealous, the moment jealous comes out, that's a negative emotion. It should not be. That kind of common sense, you will have it.
Mm.
The thing is, you are so unconscious that you are thinking that is very common. It's
Yes.
not common. Feeling happy for others is common.
Yes.
That's an emotion that we need to have it. Once you understand that, then this will dissolve.
Mm.
Once you understand that I'm feeling jealous about them, then, oh, no, it should not be. I'm not like that. I should not have this. That moment, you correct yourself. Next time, you will try to appreciate others.
Mm.
Only thing is that questioning should come. Whenever there is an unease, that's what he is saying, that whenever you feel unease, why you feeling that unease? What is that discontent you have it? You question yourself.
Beautiful Prasanna. So sometimes we will not even, that's what like, we will not be aware of what.
Aware of it, what we are doing it, right? I feel very straightforward. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Feel very straightforward. And actually, this is opening up so many, emotions which we have, but we are unaware of it.
We
So
are
it's
unaware of it. Yeah, the thanks goes to Lavanya only because this book was chosen by her, I think. I didn't give this time the book. Yeah, she's also making me to go through this once again. So definitely the second time when I'm reading, my understanding level, because in these 2, 3 years, I would have evolved, right? So my understanding level also increased. It is giving me an opportunity to question myself, to to make myself as a better me. You are giving that opportunity also to me.
You are giving us as well,
It
Prasanna
is
Garu.
all growing together, and that's what I can say. It's not like one. It's all universe is arranging, one teaching, others listening. We are all growing together. That much I can say.
You chose the book, Prasanna Garu. I did not ask you anything, but you gave me this
I
book.
think I gave ideas. I think
Yeah, it-
I think you said we didn't do that. Okay. I didn't remember. Yeah. I think the other book, Celestial Prophecy, I think the people chose it. In the group, they asked for it. So I'm doing multiple things, right? I was just, yeah, Celestial Prophecy, they asked for it. And the previous book, yeah, Understanding Mind is the one that is very good book that I'm telling you a couple of times, right?
Yeah.
I just give you the series to you because
Yeah,
instead of
Prasanna Garu,
repeating,
yeah, I'm waiting for it. Yeah, I'll
no, I
read.
gave you series to you. Before session, starting of the session, I gave that series to you. It is around 30 or 35 sessions or 40 sessions. I didn't remember exactly, but I gave that series to you.
Can you give it to once again, Prasanna Garu? Probably I'll share it with our group. Can you forward it once
No,
again?
no. Is it not in your chart?
Let me just double check, Prasanna Garu. Yeah, I'll check it and I'll let you know. I'll
No,
reach
no.
out.
Just in your chart, I think I have.
Yeah, did you?
I'm not able to do here.
Okay, chat. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll check in my WhatsApp and see.
No, here I gave. Is it
Yeah.
this one?
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
I don't know whether this or
Yes.
not. Yeah.
I'll copy and I'll share it with my group.
Yeah.
I think we have a question here from MS Prasanna Garu. The
Yeah.
only
Go ahead.
question that I will always have is to keep changing yourself is too much of a work. Stress to actually make yourself a
Real textbook version where naturally we
good
are not
version
born or our
and
circumstances
actually we
have
are
not.
not, or our circumstances have not made us to become an ideal person. So he's feeling it's a stress here.
Changing yourself is too much of work. Stress to maybe that is initially. Initially you feel like am I not doing anything right? That kind of stress may be there. But the thing is, once you start living in this present moment and start enjoying it, right? I gave you a painting example. Remember, I gave a painting example, right? Suppose there is a paint just the back of me, the Lord Shiva and Parvati paint is there. Okay, when the painting, as soon as you saw that painting, instead of seeing that painting, I saw the other painting which is so beautiful than this, or more than that, this paint is more beautiful. Instead of doing that, if you start just intricacies of only this particular paint, see the color, see the patterns and all, right, then you will enjoy more than comparing with anything else, isn't it? Which means that living in that present moment is making you more enjoyable. Similarly here, I'm not saying that always correct yourself or do the thing. When you are in the present moment, you need not correct also. The thing is, when you're walking in the road, if you are actually watching your trees, how the things are there in the morning, that in the grass, how the water bubbles are there, how nice they are there. If you are just thinking all those things, you need not correct yourself there. But only thing is, if you are first bring back your mind to the present moment. Don't even think anything. Second thing, we will change from unconscious to consciousness. Okay? We are born naturally. We are all happy beings at the beginning. That's why, as a child, right, we are happy for everything. If somebody hit us, also, we will do that and then again and go and play with them because there is no judgment. Because as we grow, we keep all the judgment inside. Yesterday, she hit me, so now today I will not talk. That kind of nature is not there. Same persons when we are the kids. But now, unnecessary garbage, we just adapt it ourselves. See the kids, right? They will how happily they enjoy it because they were born with that pure consciousness. We are actually making that pure to impure. So what I'm asking you is bring that impure pureness back.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good one example with comparing with babies. Yeah, I always used to wonder how they will come back again to the same person and play without having anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because they're not keeping. We are unnecessary. We are keeping so much baggage. That's why I show you example of this one, right? This is the one. Lavanya said one thing today. Okay, drop it. Done. If I'm keep on holding for a year, what will happen? It will. That Lavanya would have changed after 1 year. She herself might have forget it. Unnecessarily, I'm remembering it.
yes,
Right?
yeah, great example. And yeah, I got this link, Prasanna. So, what is a book which you referred?
Understanding of Mind by Thich Hat Nhat. That's
Understanding of Mind.
you can see the first thing, right?
Yeah. Okay, sure. I can get
The
that.
YouTube when you open, right, you can see that the title will be there with the other name. Our book also will be there in the top. If you open one link, you will see.
Okay, sure, Prasanna.
There's a one bowl of fruits or something like that. It will be there. That's a book.
Okay, sure, Prasanna.
He explained very clearly how our mind was. He dissected each and every part of our mind. If you want to really understand yourself, this is a good book. If you
Sure.
cannot read, listen to that. Listen to me. There are 50 verses, I think. You will listen to those 50 verses.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Thanks, Prasanna.
Thank you. See you next time. I think next week you are busy. You told me.